The secure woman. How a secure woman dates, chooses, and attracts love that feels good. So let's start by asking a question. Have you ever gone on a date and thought, hang on, I was just totally fine before this man walked in? What just happened? Well, I lived that for about 20 years. But here's what I discovered. That dating doesn't get easier by chance. It gets easier when you get secure. It all starts with you. And today I want to talk about what a secure woman actually is, how a secure woman actually dates, and why stepping into this version of yourself makes everything seem calmer, easier, and a whole lot more fun. Let's start by clearing up the biggest myth. A secure woman is not somebody who has her entire life together in a neat color coded box. She's not cold. She's not detached. And she's not pretending she doesn't care. A secure woman is simply this. She knows what she stands for. She knows how she wants to feel. And she doesn't shrink, chase, or over accommodate to get someone to stay. She communicates with clarity instead of fear. She asks what she needs to ask. She doesn't send 17 drafts of the same text to three girlfriends for approval. And most importantly, she sees dating as a part of her life, not the thing that controls her emotional well-being. This isn't perfection. This is practice. It's groundedness and it's self-trust. Now, I know that sometimes it's hard for us to trust ourselves and our intuition after some of the bad decisions that we've made. You know, those people that we allowed to stay in our life where we compromised and didn't speak up. We felt that we had been chosen and we may not be chosen again. So this part might hit home, but I'm saying it with love. A lot of women over 40, 50, 60 have thrived in every area of their life except dating. Career sorted, kids survived them, life thrived through storms. Men, and that's where the wheels have flown off a few times. Trust me, I'm the same. Or I was. But it's not because you're broken. It's not because you've got and done something wrong. It's because you haven't been strong and secure in your own self and what you want. Been overgiving for too long. You may have ignored red flags because you saw potential. You know, I have definitely held on to relationships because I saw potential. But I say to my clients, do you want a project? You don't need a project when it comes to your heart. You've dated from hope instead of clarity. You never learned a system for dating, you just winged it. And past hurts, they make you second guess your intuition. And honestly, most women don't realize how much their dating energy is coming from old patterns, not current reality. So when you step into security, everything changes. You stop chasing potential. You stop fixing grown adults. And you stop negotiating your own boundaries just to keep somebody interested. You become the chooser. You communicate directly with warmth and confidence. You trust your intuition instead of arguing with it. I'm sure we can all relate to that. And you date from emotionally grounded thoughts and clarity instead of fear and urgency. And dates feel different. You're more present, you're more relaxed, and you stop making the men or the partners the centerpiece of your emotional well-being. Dating becomes lighter, more playful, and more aligned with who you really are. And this shift shows up really simple in everyday moments. The question you ask on a date, the ones that reveal emotional availability, this is how you would respond to a text, not from anxiety, but from clarity. It's knowing how you want to feel, how you want to answer, how you want to question, what it is that you're looking for, and choosing people that support that. It's having the tools that help you stay calm and confident and connected to yourself. These are the exact tools that I teach inside my programs. And they're the same tools I put together in a little secure woman bundle for any woman who wants to start stepping into grounded, confident version of herself. And if you want those tools, the secure woman texts, the clarity templates, the dating questions, I've put them all into one place. There's a link below. Anyway, no pressure, just support there if you want it. But even if you never click that link, take this with you today. You're allowed to choose a love that feels calm, that feels good, a love that meets you where you're at. And you don't have to change who you are to attract it. You just have to step into the secure version of you, the version of you that's already inside. And, a lot of women say to me, I want to meet somebody who meets me where I'm at. They want to meet somebody who is secure in their own life, in their financial situation. They want to meet somebody who can enjoy life the same way, who can have a nice holiday, who can go to a nice restaurant, who can choose to go dancing lessons, somebody who can choose, somebody who is stable and secure. But it's not just about wanting to meet somebody who is financially stable. It's wanting to meet somebody who can meet you where you're at and have the lifestyle that you're wanting. And so this clarity and these questions will really indicate whether that person is at that point. You know, when you ask somebody, what have you done lately that you would say was adventurous and fun? And they say, oh, well, a couple of years ago I did this, and you're more of an adventure person, you will know. Well, okay, I'm looking for somebody who's got more adventure in their life. So just know these dating questions and this clarity. This is not about doing an interview. This is about you genuinely having some high impact questions, prepping up yourself so that you can go into your dates, like I said, calm, comfortable, not over analyzing, not over expecting, just being present in yourself. Because sometimes we can miss things that are happening. You know, another person that you're communicating with, they may be asking you more questions than you ask them, but they may also be nervous. Remember, we're all human. Makes no difference who we are. We all have fear, disappointment, regret. We've all been let down and hurt. Maybe none of that's happened. We might just be genuinely nervous or genuinely interested in the person, and they might be genuinely interested in you. So stop over analyzing and assuming. Get really, really clear and just make sure. Like when you get into a car, you've got your indicators to say you're changing lanes. You've got your seatbelt, you've got the airbag, you've got all of these things that make you feel more safe and comfortable when you're driving, even though there's still accidents, crazy people out there. And it's the same when you're dating. Dating should be fun. Meeting new people should be fun. You might want to have a look at how you're doing it. So it was great spending time with you today. I'm going to keep adding to um, this series of dating tips and how to date like a secure woman. Subscribe to my channel and remember, any man who wants you to overthink, he is definitely not your man.